Have you ever stopped to think about how we count our years, starting from year one? It is a fundamental part of how we organize history and our daily lives. But where did that numbering system actually come from? The numbering system for our Gregorian calendar, specifically the concept of Anno Domini or a D, which means in the year of the Lord, was created by a Scythian monk named Dionysius Exiguus in the 6th century. He established the start of the Christian era, retrospectively setting year one around the birth of Jesus Christ to standardize the calculation of Easter. Before Dionysius's system, years were often reckoned by the reigns of Roman emperors or other local dating systems, which led to a lot of confusion, especially for religious calculations. Dionysius's primary motivation was to create a consistent method for calculating the date of Easter, which is a movable feast. He wanted to move away from the Diocletian era, a system that counted years from the ascension of Roman Emperor Diocletian, who persecuted Christians. By anchoring the calendar to a Christian event, he provided a powerful, unifying framework for timekeeping. This system gained wider acceptance largely due to the Venerable Bede, an English monk and scholar, who used it extensively in his historical writings in the 8th century. Later, Charlemagne and other European monarchs adopted it, cementing its place as the dominant chronological system across much of the Western world. So, when we see a date like 1492 AD, we are essentially saying 1492 years after that designated year one. And if you come across BC, or before Christ, or BCE, which is before the Common Era, you are counting backwards from that pivotal year zero, which technically does not exist in the Anno Domini system. An interesting detail is that Dionysius's system does not include a year zero. It goes directly from 1 BC to 1 AD. Modern historians generally agree that Dionysius likely miscalculated the actual birth year of Jesus by a few years, perhaps between 1 BC and 4 BC. The Gregorian calendar itself, which refined the Julian calendar to address accumulated errors in tracking the solar year, was only fully implemented much later, in 1582, by Pope Gregory XIII, hence its name. Understanding the origins of our calendar numbering helps us appreciate that our way of marking time is not arbitrary, but a historical convention shaped by cultural and religious needs. It provides a shared frame of reference for understanding history, allowing us to connect with events across centuries and diverse cultures, all through a system established by a dedicated 6th century scholar.
If you love exploring numbers, like, subscribe, and keep counting with us.